Welcome back, everybody. This is, of course, Pestilence, and we're going to be playing BattleTech. We're going to start the campaign from scratch with you here today. So, let's get it done. So, here we go. Hints up there in the upper left-hand corner for everyone to see. Flamer, small lasers, and machine guns automatically. It's good to know. Some of them are game hints, and some things are, um, lore. Harebrained schemes.
I am
Huge
Kamea
fan.
of House Arano, High Lady of the Oregan Reach, Protector of Coromedir,
Paradox
and the Sword of Restoration. But I am not a hero, no matter what the stories say. A hero would have sacrificed more, compromised less. A hero would have done better. You know this, of course. You were there. My father used to tell me stories about the ancient times, about the Star League, a golden age of prosperity, upheld by the great mech warriors of old, guardians of the innocent, protectors of the peace. I always dreamed of following in their footsteps. I was too young to see the truth of things. After all, it wasn't heroism or a noble cause that won me the throne. It was hiring a mercenary, skilled enough, perhaps ruthless enough, to carry the day. Hiring you. I still don't know if you fought for honor or for the thrill of it, for belief in my cause, or just in my money. But whether it was your noble heart or mercenary mind,
money is a cause worth having.
Gave us hope. That makes you a hero in the eyes of history. Whether you believe it, that's up to you.
BattleTech Restoration is the name of this campaign, the name of this episode. The Oregan Reach is a small kingdom in the Rimward Periphery. The Rimward Periphery means it's outside of the successor states, but Rimward means it's close to the borders of the successor states that it lies along. A region of space that lies at the outskirts of the more densely colonized inner sphere. Now, later, when we look at the map, it's going to show just the edge of the inner sphere. It is home to the Oregan Coalition, a federation organized around a parliamentary monarchy, and ruled by the Arano family. For 3 generations, under the rule of House Arano, the Oregan Coalition has remained a relatively peaceful corner of the periphery. It is here your story begins. Well, let's get stuck into this. Find out what we're going to do next. Now, for you watching at home, there's a button right here behind my picture. Not sure how big the picture is, but it's right over here is where I put my photo, and so. Where are we from? Let's see here. We're going to start from the bottom and go up. Beyond the outermost edges of the periphery lies depths of space that remain uncharted and unknown to most of human civilization. Little is known about these regions, but they are far from uninhabited. The deep periphery is littered with abandoned colonies, small outposts, isolated from the rest of humanity. After the fall of the Star League, the General Krinsky led remnants of the Star League defense forces into the deep periphery, disappearing from the inner sphere and from recorded history. So, your family is a descendant of the vaunted exodus of General Kerensky if you're from the deep periphery. This is the rimward periphery. There's no easy way to characterize mech warriors hailing from rimward periphery. They can be anything from petty thugs to ruthless tacticians to skilled and honorable warriors. Just like everywhere else, huh? Nations and minor noble houses the rimward periphery have long played a role in shaping humanity. The Star League's downfall began in the periphery, eventually leading to the current tattered state of these desperate star systems. Blah, blah, blah. The galaxy frontier, great houses of the sphere play deadly politics, and the Tarn Concordant. Mech warriors who hail from the Tarn Concordant tend to be stubborn and aggressive. They can be quick to anger, but they are nonetheless skilled and perceptive combatants. Founded as a constitutional monarchy under the leadership of House Calderon, the Tarn Concordant is the strongest military power of the rimward periphery. Is almost one of the oldest surviving realms of human civilization, having been formed long before the creation of Star League. Tatarian civilizations enjoy extensive freedoms guaranteed by the Concordant Charter and take pride in defending those freedoms through compulsory service. So everybody has to serve in the military for the Tarian Concordant. Okay, heavily influenced by the Federated Suns. Okay. Magistracy of Canopus. Mech warriors who hail from the Magistracy of Canopus can run the gamut of skill and fighting styles, but they often favor clever and unorthodox tactics on the field, while smaller than the great successor states. The inner sphere, the Magistracy of Canopus is one of the major powers of the rimward periphery. The Magistracy is a meritocracy. I've never been able to. Meritocracy society led by the Magistrix. This is an elected position open to any woman, but largely controlled by House Centrella. Due to the family's popularity, the magistracy supports an open society that ensures the personal liberty of all citizens and their right to live their lives as they see fit. Then we have the 5 major houses. This is why I started from the bottom. Liao. Emperors who hail from the Pestolent Confederacy are dedicated and steadfast combatants, capable of holding the line and often surprising those opponents who would make the mistake of underestimating them. The Pestolent Confederation has suffered the most at the hands of the other successor states over the last 2 centuries of war, having lost nearly half of the territory it once controlled at the height of the Star League's rule. Over time, the leadership of House Liao has transformed the Pestolent Confederation into a socialist police state with a highly regulated economy. Most Pestolents take great pride in their civilization, which must be earned through service to the state. Steiner. Alright, mech warriors who hail from the Larian Commonwealth tend to be hardy, well-equipped, and well-trained, though they have also earned the reputation for not being particularly strategic thinkers on the battlefield. Yeah, I can see that one. Wealth is the greatest strength of the merchant princes of the Larian Commonwealth, ruled by House Steiner. Despite a number of humiliating defeats in the first 2 secession wars, the Larian Commonwealth has bounced back thanks to the combined strength of its economy, the biggest of the 5 great successor states, and its control of the Inner Sphere's largest functioning battle mech factories. That might have something to do with it there, don't you think, boys and girls? Where the Larian Commonwealth may lack in military prowess, it makes up for with raw numbers and industrial scale. Yeah, if you have the battle mech factories and everybody else needs battle mechs to conduct war, I'm just going to say that you're going to do fairly well. See, the mech warriors who hail from the Federated Suns tend to possess more finely honed skills and better equipment than their counterparts from other regions of space. They often see themselves as righteous warriors and campaigns of liberty, sometimes to a fault. Though nearly extinguished by the Draconic Combine in the First Secession War, the Federated Suns, a constitutional monarchy ruled by the renowned House Davion, has become arguably the most powerful of the 5 great successor states. Though skillful military campaigns and subtle diplomacy, through skillful military campaigns and subtle diplomacy, House Davion has successfully increased the number of star systems under its control in the last 2 centuries. And this is true. It controls like 1/4 of the star map, and you control 1/4 of all the stars in the sky. That's a big country. Let's see. Mech warriors who hail from the Free Worlds League tend to be passionate, enduring fighters who value justice and equality above all else. The oldest and theoretically the most democratic of the great successor states of the Inner Sphere, the Free Worlds League is actually a broad coalition of many minor noble houses. From most of the Star League's history, it has been ruled under martial law by the Captain General, who by tradition is from House Merrick. The cultural diversity and relative independence of its component regions are at once the greatest strength of the Free Worlds League and its greatest weakness. Okay, and here comes the Draconis Combine. Mech warriors who hail from the Combine tend to be fierce, disciplined, and relentless fighters no matter the odds they might face on the battlefield. Although the Draconis Combine is as ethnically diverse as many of the vast interstellar empires, it is also one of the most culturally homogeneous. Over centuries of rule, the founding House Krita has succeeded in uniting the people of the Combine into a single culture, one heavily molded around the medieval Japanese society, while some, most notably the descendants of the conquered principality of Rosselhog, continued to chafe at the uniformity of Draconis society. Overall, there has created a more cohesive populace and a military than seen in the other great houses of the Inner Sphere. Who are we gonna fight with? I personally want to fight with Rosselhog. Now, I will say this, that these little highlighted words in here, highlighted phrases, you can mouse over the top of them and get little tidbits of the lore. I personally would like to be from Rosselhog, but that's just can't bring myself to do that. I'm gonna say, you know, shit. You know what? Gonna have to go with the funky chicken. All right, I'm from America, 'cause freedom. Though immigrants to the Aegean reach, your family soon established a comfortable presence in a small backwater system on the edge of the Aegean space. By the time you were born, your family had become de facto ruling nobility of the system's only inhabited planet. You were the oldest child, heir to the family's titles and ancestral battle mech and old blackjack BJ1. Okay. This is where you met Rajul Mastiff Montgomery, a veteran of the Successor Wars, whom your parents hire on for a season to train you as a mech warrior. Raju was a strict but capable teacher, and you quickly become a skilled pilot under his tutelage. It was an uneventful life. Huh. At least you had an uneventful life, let's, believe me, that was good. Okay, so until that fateful day, you were exiled. Once a promising young son of your family, you committed an unforgivable transgression and were sentenced to a life in exile. Oh, I can see that happening. You stole away with the family's ancestral blackjack and set off to find a new life to call your own. Yeah, it doesn't sound like me. Struck out on your own. As the heir to a noble family, you grew up wanting for nothing. And as it turns out, you couldn't stand a life of pampered nobility. It kind of sounds like me. Finally, one night, you stole away in the family's ancestral blackjack and set off to find new life you call your own, piloting tactics. Oh, I forgot. This one gives you gunnery tactics. Family went bankrupt. Okay, well, let's see what happened here. As you grew up, you watched your family fortune, income, and influence slowly dwindle until there was nothing. Your parents, driven to despair, took their own lives. With nothing but your family's ancestral battle mech left to call your own, you set off to make a new life for yourself. Tactics and guts. Family died in an accident. The rest of your family died in a freak jump ship accident. After which you discovered they had left nothing behind but piles of debt. That actually sounds like my family. After selling everything to settle the debt, you set off on your own with your family's ancestral blackjack to left your name. Family was betrayed. You know, I'm gonna take the easy one. You struck out on your own. You still have a family out there. 'Cause out on your own, you fell into the life uh, of a soldier. A frontier pirate. Yeah, piracy is very romanticized, but I don't see it. Solaris Gladiator. Eh. Hmm. Frontier Freelancer. Hmm. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Merchant Guard because reasons. Guard duty. Oh, good. I get to pick my profile picture. I am most definitely a he. Let's see if we can find one that looks somewhat like this. Actually looks somewhat like me. Oh, wow. That is a... Wow, I did not expect that. You can adjust the lighting to show off his various scars better, to make him more or less pale. You can even adjust the camera angle. Oh, these are like preset camera angles. Still, wow. Yeah, that's all I'm going to mess with it because I could be here all day messing with that portrait. This is my mech warrior call sign. Tornado, Theropod, the Zeppelin, Powerhawk, Misfit. Well, Misfit does. I'm just going to put in Pestolents because you guys know me as Pestilence. Let's see. I'm gonna go with Owen and what's it? Oh, I could go with Ozzy Osbourne. Goodman. You know what? I'm just gonna put in Death Stalker. There you go. That's my guy right there. Oh, look at that. He's got 4 piloting, which is almost average. He's got no guts because all he's done is really safe guard duty for merchants and gunnery to match because he barely ever got to shoot at anything. Let's do this. He's a good-looking guy, though. I think he's a good-looking guy. This is just rife with political intrigue here. Move you guys a little bit. There you go. I can see the screen a little bit better without any glare. Coronation Day. Alright. Let's put the new king or queen on their throne. Apparently you can eject from your mech. Battle speed is life. This must be me up here standing on top of this. I would say that's like what, a 3-4 story battle mech? So that's a person. That's 1, 2, 3. If it's just like people high, it's closer to 5, but it's 4 because, you know, 10 feet is usually the distance between the floor and the ceiling.
Initiated.
About 3 meters. Okay, so guess I should have read that first one, huh? So this is back whenever you're First training your battle mech back on your home planet.
I'll come right out and say it, kid. I wasn't completely honest with you the other day. There's gonna be more to this job than escort duty. Like I was saying, I can't prove anything. But my gut tells me something's off. And a warrior trusts their instincts.
All weapons committed.
Bye-bye. Well, then again, it's also an Irby. I mean,
Mech destroyed.
well, I wonder if you could pilot an Irby in this one.
Kamea's like a daughter to me. And her late father, High Lord Tamati, was a good friend.
He was a good friend.
All weapons committed.
Boom. You didn't kill that thing? No wonder your gunnery's only 2.
Victoria pulls no punches, but she's been a loyal companion to Kamea since they were kids. Aside from you, there's no one I'd rather have by my side in a fight.
All weapons committed. Enemy unit destroyed.
Smooth transfer of power is what we're looking for here. Man, if they made you repaint your battle mech every time you pulled guard duty or something, that would get old quick.
Engaging jump jets.
And jump.
Yeah, I was afraid of that. Jump jets build a lot of heat, and that was more than your engine could handle. Head on into that water. We need to get you cooled off.
Huh. Alright, down the hill we go. Where's down the hill? This must... Attack! What is this light map? What is that? That is a panther. That's right, headbutt it. That's probably not the way to do things with your cockpit right there on the front of your mech. I'm just saying. I mean, you don't block anybody's punch with your nose.
Push that engine, kid. If something goes wrong today, I want to know that your mech can maneuver.
Alright, let's push this thing a little bit. You know, go all the way up here. Sprint.
Full throttle.
Thump, 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 thump.
An impressive display, Sir Raju. Of course, this mech warrior was a student of yours.
That's
I'd
not
expect them to know their way around a
that is
cockpit.
not an impressive display at all. But, you know, whatever. That's Return to Mastiff. Thrum, 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 thrum. The Oregon Coalition. Okay, so one saying her mech is a piece of shit because she customized. The other one saying her mech is old and busted. You know, that actually does sound like family right there, so I really can't say much about that.
Mission successful.
Yay. Well, hey, this is the beginning of the campaign, so I'm going to cut it here. Unless there's something immediately coming up after this. I should have cut it there. I'm going to cut it there, and I'll see you next time.